a classic Spanish tortilla. So in this little dish, I have 2 onions, 2 small onions, quartered and thinly sliced. Or you could use 1 large one, who cares? You want about 1.5 cups or so of onion, okay? Now I add piquillo peppers to this. A traditional tortilla is just potato and onion and egg. Potato, onion, egg, those are your basic building ingredients, okay? This one I'm making a little different by adding piquillo peppers. They're sweet, they're not hot, and they're roasted and peeled, and then they take the guts out, okay? And you can buy them in bulk or in jars, but what you don't want to do is buy them in oil. No oil. We just want to drain them, and we're gonna add these later in the dish after the onions cook out. So I've put them with the garlic. So this is 2 pounds or so, about 4 potatoes, of Yukon Gold or thin-skinned white potatoes. Use either or, okay? Now the important thing about this is to peel or not to peel. This is your choice. I choose not to peel because there's so much nutrient in the skin of the potato. And if you're using these very clean, thin-skinned potatoes, what does that little bit of tiny piece of skin matter? It adds a little bit of color and texture, and it adds nutrients. So I leave mine on. Then we put into the pan olive oil. And we want to get these a little bit dry. So I'm going to take my kitchen towel and pat my potatoes a bit. They're still going to sparkle up when you put them into the hot oil, guys. So stand back a bit. Most recipes you'll read for this dish will have 1 full cup of olive oil in it. I use about 2/3 of a cup. It's a heavy olive oil dish. So we're going to stand back a little bit when we add our potatoes. So we're going to get going with some salt. And when the potatoes have cooked out some, then we'll add the onions. Okay, so now, guys, to our potatoes and onions that are tender, we're going to add our piquillo peppers, 1 jar, drained really well, like press all the liquid out, and a few cloves of sliced or chopped garlic. Now we're going to spill in our eggs and bake this off in the 400-degree oven with the rack at center. Now, for your eggs, you can put in a little bit of hot sauce if you like. I added a bit of Tabasco, very traditional. John will probably want more. I'll put in a few more dashes. For every inch of pan, 1 egg. So if it's a 10-inch pan, 10 eggs. If it's a 12-inch pan, 12 eggs. For the amount of potato, for 10 or 12-inch, I would use 2 pounds and 1 jar of piquillo and at least 4 cloves of garlic. Then we pour the mixture over the top. And look what we're doing here. We're settling. We're going to settle it. We're going to scrape down the sides and settle the egg all the way through the potatoes that are soft and awaiting their friends to join the hot tub, right? Then we're going to put it in the oven and cook it until it's firm and the potatoes are tender. Whoa! Okay, so here's our tortilla. I know it's not a taco, right? It's just a potato and egg pie, right? And we're gonna cut it into wedges, just like a pie. I'm gonna start making John's plate here. And then, now, this is fun. In Spain, sometimes they cut the entire pie in half and add the ham and the cheese. I think it's probably easier for folks to just put some Manchego, this is Manchego cheese, and some Serrano, and you can just put the ham and cheese alongside.